man woke up to a disturbing scene. His car had somehow flipped into a ditch. Before he could figure out what happened, he heard a voice nearby. A stranger approached him. Dee didn't recognize this person at all, yet the stranger claimed he had been riding his motorcycle when Dee hit him. Dee tried hard to remember and realized it was true. What puzzled Day was why neither of them had a single scratch. The stranger suggested that perhaps they were both already dead, and only their souls remained. After hearing this, Day was stunned. He hurried over to check the nearby car and, sure enough, saw his own body inside. This discovery terrified him, sending him into a panic. The stranger, by contrast, remained completely calm. He even tried to comfort Day, but Day refused to accept this reality. How could something so ridiculous be happening? Even as the stranger urged him to face the truth, Day stubbornly denied it. Finally, the stranger pulled Dee's body out of the car to force him to confront the facts. While they were arguing, they heard the sound of an approaching vehicle. Day thought salvation had arrived. He rushed forward to flag down the driver, hoping for help. The stranger continued to warn Dee, but what happened next surprised everyone. The passerby simply crouched down and started searching through Day's wallet. Day watched in disbelief, and before he could recover from the shock, the stranger walked straight to the car and drove away. Day was completely bewildered. Then it began to snow heavily. According to legend, falling snow symbolizes the journey to heaven. Day believed he was about to ascend to paradise, but the stranger questioned whether Day had ever committed any evil deeds. Thinking back, Dee remembered that he had strangled his wife to death. The stranger concluded that with blood on his hands, Day was probably heading to hell. Just then, a loud cracking sound erupted. Neither knew what was happening. They turned around to discover a white door had appeared before them. Before they could react, a red door materialized behind them. This confused them both. Two doors appearing simultaneously? Perhaps they were destined for different places. Dee immediately panicked and began desperately confessing to the air. The stranger mockingly laughed, certain that Dee was the one bound for hell. He confidently walked toward the white door. Dee snapped back to reality and shoved the stranger aside, attempting to go through first. Surprisingly, nothing happened when he tried to enter. The stranger burst into laughter. Clearly, not everyone could enter heaven. Smugly, the stranger stepped forward, but to his shock, nothing happened for him either. He turned back and tried again, this time running toward the door, but still with no success. Now the stranger was thoroughly confused. Day quickly tried to comfort him, urging him to accept reality. Just then, they heard a sound behind them. A little girl suddenly appeared and immediately recognized her killer. It turned out that before being hit by Dio, the stranger had also hit someone. This very girl. Day finally understood why the stranger couldn't pass through heaven's door either. The girl asked tearfully where her parents were. Without hesitation, the stranger picked her up and tossed her through the doorway. She vanished successfully into the light. Before either man could react, the white door disappeared. Both men silently accepted their fate and reluctantly approached the red door. But as they headed toward hell, Dee felt overwhelming fear. He took a few steps back, and then made a sudden dash.